Good afternoon and welcome to Solent Sports News. I'm Cameron Moody.
And I'm Ben James.
And these are your sporting headlines.
Firstly, we have some breaking news. It has been exactly almost 5 years since Declan Rice made his England debut against the Czech Republic. During that time, he has helped the Three Lions reach the final of Euro 2020 and the quarter-finals of the 2022 Qatar World Cup. Half a decade and 49 England caps later, Rice is set to captain England ahead of tonight's friendly against Belgium in what he has described as a pinch-me moment. With Harry Kane and Kyle Walker out injured, it provides an opportunity for Rice to prove his leadership and determination in his first outing sporting the armband.
Poland received Welsh hospitality tonight in a winner-takes-all clash with a spot at Euros in Germany at stake. Both sides come into the match in impressive form off the back of convincing semi-final victories. However, Wales have the home advantage and are in full confidence playing counter-attacking football and scoring goals. The winner of this game will be in Group D at Euro 2024, pitting them up against France, the Netherlands and Austria.
Next up, Brazil and Real Madrid superstar Vinicius Jr. broke down in tears last night in response to questions asked about the racism he has endured. This was before an international friendly against Spain, specifically arranged in response to this issue. The match is set to take place at the Santiago Bernabeu, with the One Skin slogan intended to reinforce both football federations' commitments against violence and racism in football.
Andy Murray is set to spend an extended period on the sidelines after suffering an ankle ligament rupture. The 36-year-old was forced to undergo treatment during the last set of his 7-5, 7-6 Miami Open defeat to Thomas Muchet. Murray said towards the end of the match he felt something was wrong, later revealing he endured a full rupture of his ATL and his CFL. The Scottish tennis player is set to see an ankle specialist when he returns home in order to discuss the next steps of his recovery.
Official Sports Hub were in attendance at the SJA Awards in London last night alongside Solent University as part of their New Form Connection in order to assist students in networking and gaining new experiences.
Will Hewlett is out on the streets of Southampton to discuss the half marathon.
Yes, it's cold, it's rainy and it's wet. It's much different to what it was like on Sunday when us at FWC Squared went to Oxford to see the Oxford 5 charity run. Here in Southampton, there is actually going to be a marathon going on the 7th of April. It's going to start and end here at the Guildhall. You can do a whole marathon, a half marathon, a 10k or a 5k, so everyone can be involved. The leader charity is the Southampton Hospitals charity, and they'll be raising money for local hospitals and NHS heroes. You only have 4 days remaining to sign up, so you better get on there. And if you haven't got your name down, I recommend you should get some friends, get your trainers on, and go for a run.
I was in attendance last night at the SJA Awards. Journalism Awards night in Westminster, London. An event where all of the country's best journalists come together to celebrate the year's best work. Solent University in Southampton have recently come together with the SJA committee to form a partnership to enable students to be able to attend the event at a reduced price.
Hi, I'm Will Hewlett, sports journalist at Solent University.
Solent student Will Hewlett was heavily involved with organising the event for the university, alongside his course leader Will Cope.
The SGA Awards is an organisation where they basically reward and speak about the best journalists in the country. I would encourage the Solent University students to go because it really puts them in the mindset of being a professional. They're sitting amongst and mingling with the world's, well, not the world's best, but the British best, which is probably arguably one of the top as well. It's about being there, being present, seeing all these awards, and being close to the people. So experience-wise, it's second to none. And I was just going through my emails when I saw their newsletter come up, and it says only 2 months away until the SJ Awards. I'll have a little look, see what's going on, and then it wasn't too bad. I was like, oh, maybe we can try and do this. So I emailed Will Cope, the course leader. I said, I don't suppose we can try and do this. And basically, within a few weeks, we got in contact with the main organiser, and they sorted a good price for us, and students paid, and then we were off and we were there.
The university hope moving forward this can be a long-term relationship which provides students the opportunity to network and build relationships with top journalists.
I think it'd be good to build a relationship because, like I said, we're in amongst the top professionals and the top people in the industry. So if they recognise us students as being keen and as being professional and sort of really wanting to learn from their work, I think they might recognise that down the line. Maybe if they're looking for someone, a post grad that they've recognised before at the awards, it would be in their mind subconsciously that Solent students are at the top of the pile. So yeah.
Solent students will be hoping the opportunity arises again next year.
In the heart of the city of
Polygon's
Southampton.
finest visited the Solent Sports Complex to view what facilities are on offer to students and sporting societies at the university.
In the heart of the city of Southampton lies Solent University's multi-million-pound sports complex. From the outside, it looks just like your regular, boring university building. But once you step inside, it is so much more.
With the gym, it's basically the cheapest gym membership you'll get in Southampton. So
I think it's good. It's not too bad. The plays are small, but they have all of the machines that we need for the exercise. So.
I like the gym because it's really convenient, so it's really cheap. And whenever I've got classes, which I do in 15 minutes, 2 minutes away, I'm in a class. So it's really convenient. They've got really good equipment here. You can literally do everything.
So it's really one of the best gyms I've been to. Compared to gyms that I go to at home, I mean, it's got everything you need.
Home to over 25 sporting societies and the Solent Kestrels, used by many members of the public, but others don't know what the building entails.
And well, especially in the south of the country, there's a far bigger range of sports qualifications, degrees here than, for example, City of or even Portsmouth. So if you are interested in sports and want a specific sort of career direction, I reckon Solent University is a good choice.
Don't use the gym, but I could if I wanted to. Like stuff like the couch beds, I wouldn't be able to do that without coming here, so yeah.
I think it's great having the opportunity, especially like all these massage beds, to be able to have a good area to learn in, because obviously the sport complex has so many different types of equipment that we can use, which is really helpful when it comes to learning.
Next up, FWC Squared travelled up to Oxford to film a day on the Ox 5 run. Chloe Boyne has more on the story.
Planet Ice in Gosport serves not only as a year-round destination for families and ice skating enthusiasts, but also as the smallest and most logistically demanding rink for the Solent Devils to host their ice hockey games. Most teams would find their conditions of the facility less than adequate, but the university team looks to the positives.
The smaller rink here benefits us massively. Obviously big teams with big rinks can't play their big systems here, so that definitely helps us here. It's quite a fast, scrappy game. You need to make decisions quicker.
I remember playing junior back home, like trying to get a dressing room, most of them have left and they're gone. But here they like to stay around and talk to you and meet you afterwards over in the pub and stuff like that. So yeah, good.
The roots of ice hockey in the UK go as far back as the early 1900s, with them winning the first European Championship in 1910 and being Olympic champions in 1936. Unfortunately, a lot has changed over the past 100 years, and ice hockey hasn't been able to survive the outbreak of sports like football taking over.
We're not a country that kids at school and come out and play ice hockey with their friends, so that's our downfall as a country.
All of this then causes a stunt growth in grassroots teams and the overall popularity of ice hockey to struggle, with only 117,000 participants in the UK in 2020.
I think it's more like you said, it's literally at grassroots, so it's getting the kids involved, whether it be them do skating lessons with their schools to kind of get them interested, maybe introduce hockey and figure skating to them at an early age that way, or just kind of market it better and get the kids to the rink and see obviously if they enjoy it, get more kids to the actual sport.
So, will the popularity of ice hockey in the UK continue to decline, or is there hope for a resurgence? Only time will tell. But one thing is for certain, the passion for the sport still burns bright in these players and their supporters.
Apologies for that, it seems we had a small technical error. The package that actually just got shown was when Sports Fusion went to visit Gosport to talk about the Solent Devils and the popularity of ice hockey in the UK. We'll go back now to FWC Squared, travelling up to Oxford, and we'll go to Chloe Boyne with more on this story.
Whether you ran, jogged or walked, 900 people had just one goal: to raise money for the Oxford Children's Hospital. From furry friends to the charity bear, the Ox 5 welcomed everyone to Blenheim Palace for a day of feel-good fundraising. Runners from across the country arrived in their numbers, with Team Heem one of the largest, with a fundraising total to match.
We're at around, as a team, we've raised around £1,700 so far, just putting some last-minute social media posts out to try and get a little bit more.
With inspirational stories driving charity initiatives, Didcot-based Play to Give has one of their own.
So I've been fundraising for the Oxford Children's Hospital for as old as the event is in age. And I hit over £100,000 last year, my lifetime total for the Children's Hospital. And I only wanted to raise £500 when I was 14 in 2003 as a thank you for my childhood treatment, because I won't be here without the JR.
The Ox 5 Run is an exciting day in every charity's calendar for those impacted by hospital treatment or even workers there too.
Obviously we're trying to raise money for the Children's Hospital because, as being part of the Department of Paediatrics, many of our staff actually work within the Children's Hospital.
Well, I've been working in the Children's Hospital for the last 23 years, and I come and do the run every year to help raise money for the children and the staff in the Children's Hospital.
Completing the 5-mile course around the stunning grounds of Blenheim Palace is rewarded with an Ox 5 medal and the proudness of contributing towards the incredible £100,000 grand total. As the clock stops for the 2024 race, the Oxford Children's Hospital's efforts and volunteers alike will continue all year round.
Thank you for listening. That's all for now. Make sure to keep updated at solentsportsnews.com.